5%. In Thailand, for orthopedic segment, it's about 4.3 billion, and with over 100,000 pieces of orthopedic devices being used per year. These are the problems posed to us by medical doctors from the universities, actually. And the devices, for example, they do not fit, and a lot of times very expensive. And this one in particular, some of the parts have to be weighed for 3 weeks. And some of the parts are not even available, so you have to do bone grafts. What we're doing here is to do a 3D custom fitted, made to order, so there is no need for storage. And we'll make it affordable. And from the long wait time now, we turn it around in 24 hours and make it all available because we do customization for all of the parts in the body. This is our technology platform. We start from CT scans, and we take the image from the machine and do the rendering in 3D, check with biomedical, biomechanics, and then we generate our proposed model to the doctor. The doctor would see, move it around, try to see if it fits to his patient, and if it fits, he click accept, and then we start the printing process. With the printing process, from here to the surgery room, it takes about 1 day. And within this 1 day, the doctor could actually plan ahead of the time the surgery, so it greatly reduces the surgical theater time. Where we stand in the market. For the tumor, right now we use the bone graft. You have to take the bones from other parts of your body. We do a fully customization. There's no competitor here. And for osteoporosis and accidental parts, all of these companies would do the standard size, SML, Caucasian size, American size. And for customization, we have here Meticuly and Conformist. This one, the wait time is about 30 days. So this is where we stand. We are now doing the human clinical trials and working on 5 different products at the moment to do initial product launch. And we work with top 4 medical schools at the moment. These are top medical doctors in Thailand, and working on these tumor cases and also the accident case at the moment. And we are also developing 3 more at the moment to expand into year 2017 into more pieces. So these are the 5 organs in 2017. This one is really blue ocean at the moment, and these guys are also blue ocean at the moment. These 2, when you fall with your hand down, chances are you will break those guys 50% of the time. And these will be used for elderly people, and of course the bone plates is the most commonly used ones. These are our projection. We try to take 0.5% of the market share next year and 1.6% the year after. And then we'd like to expand into CMLV and of course global scale. So we're looking for, the number is missing, 1.8 million for 6% equity to scale up to do CMLV and to reach to 100 doctors and also to expand the product lines. We were initially funded by some of these investors as seed fund and also the CU Innovation Hub. And this is our team. These 2 guys are actually my students. I was him, I was them before when I was part of a startup in the US. Thank you.
Questions?
What's the, what do I get for 1.8 million?
6% equity?
Equity?
Yes.
Okay.
And a board seat, if that interests you.
Any other questions?
I'm very impressed. I mean, obviously this is very well done. I assume you're taking titanium used in 3D printer type, those and making these based on blueprints that you guys make that are very accurate, right? And then the doctor accepts that, puts it in and so forth. There must be other people in the world doing the same thing or getting ready to launch. What do you know about the rest of the startup world in your sector?
I think this is one nice thing to be in Thailand. It's actually the clinical trials part is actually a little bit more relaxed. And actually many medical companies in the US, for example, after the FDA approval, through the FDA approval process takes a very long time. And here in Thailand, we could do a lot faster. Our competitor, for example, working on this rather similar technology is called Epibone, funded by Peter Thiel. And the only difference is that we are working on titanium, which is weight bearing. His part would have to be applied to something that's not weight bearing. You know, he's also printing our bones, and we are also printing our bones, but we could bear some weight. Yeah.
Just want to be clear on your growth projection. You projected like 16,000. How does it translate to dollars or baht value?
In Thai baht, we did the calculations based on the average price for the devices. The devices would cost about 100,000 baht per piece, so we add 6 more zero, 5 more zero. But the price could be range up from 50,000 up to 150,000. This is the current going price for these guys in some of the high-end titanium parts.
Just to confirm, is it possible that other company just do exactly what you do in the next 3 months?
It takes us a good 4 years to.
So what's the secret sauce that they cannot just copy you in the next 3 months? Can you walk me through that point?
We have about 9 patents right now being prepared to protect our technology. For example, the material here, as you print, is patent pending, so it has some specialty to the material here. And if somebody knocks it off, you could see right away because the piece has to be delivered, and you could check it. That's one of the 9 patents.
Where are the patents filed?
Will be through the. Right now, we try to ask the CUIP office to file it internationally.
And your company is licensing the patent from Meticuly University?
Yes.
You already signed the contract?
It's my own technology because I'm the inventor from the university.
You still have to licensing it anyway?
Yes, I have to license my own.
And have you signed the contract?
Not yet, but through the incubator program, we were hoping this could be one of the flagship programs that we could try to push together. Yes.
So let me get this straight. So your advantage, your competitive advantage is kind of a regulatory one where you get, because it's easier to start this and do the clinical studies here in Thailand, you can get an edge up. Now you mentioned you're trying to, but you need the patent protection internationally, so in Thailand just isn't enough. To get that patent protection, let's say US or international patent, you'll be able to show the clinical cases, but what hoops do you have to jump through for that? What do you need to do to get that?
Yes, thank you. Right now we are going through the ISO and CE marking process as well. So we have the internal clinical trials in Thailand, but also we apply for international program as well. So
if I'm an American company who wants to do this, do I have the opportunity to do the clinical trials the same in America as you're doing now, or what's the difference between, as far as a time difference, as far as going to market? What's the difference between you and, let's say, a U.S. competitor that's, let's say, at the same stage as you now in America?
Yes. Don't get me wrong. If we want to sell this in America, we have to go through the process as well. It takes about 3 to 5 years, depending on how good you are and how big the company you are. And we'll have to go through this process as well. But at the moment, we're not focusing on the American market. A lot of times, we have to convince the doctors, and they are very used to this product already. So,
Thank you.
so we're focusing on China now.